Hello, hello, hello! It is time for Toonkind D&D. Only it's Toonkind with a bit of a twist, bit of a sideways adventure into another avenue. But before I get into confusing you more than ever, I would like my players to please introduce yourselves and your characters.
Guess I'll go first. Hi there,
Yeah.
I am Cartoon Kitsune, and I will be playing Ida Sliff, who is a Maya Fey XP.
And I'm Sam. I'm going to be playing Griffin Left, who is an entirely legally distinct character from Phoenix Wright, and you can't prove otherwise.
We should note that these
So-
characters also make an appearance in a separate campaign, the Bash Extravaganza. These versions of them are separate. They exist in Inkwell and all that, but are based on our other XPs, names and all. So just a heads up
Yeah,
on that.
we decided not to cross the streams. Crossing the streams might have caused even more confusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have like a link to Bash games you want me to put in the YouTube of this, I will do so. Otherwise, yeah, Bash is good. Bash superiority, we believe it. But I think we shall start the game now, shall we?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we hoping. Oh, good stuff. Good. Yep, on the ball today. Bleh. I mean, to be fair to myself, I've written intro Slef players and characters, so that describes a lot. Okay, we open on a homely little mountain village in Ghibli. This is the town of Hontani, centered around a loftily located temple built in honor of the power of truth. It has long been known as a retreat for those seeking spiritual and moral guidance, but more recently its casinos and jazzy nightlife has become something of a tourist draw. The temple itself houses a most wondrous treasure, the Eye of Truth, said to be a beautiful gem with legendary powers. But tell me, what is it that has drawn you two and your, respective specialities to this little getaway in the easternmost hills?
I mean, temples, that's definitely Ida's whole jam.
Uh, yeah, and I think Griffin just kind of tags along. He does that.
Yeah. It's a temple, she's probably there for like spiritual training, maybe. She might have been
Yeah.
doing some spiritual training for a bit. If there's a waterfall nearby, meditating under that for a bit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's very much up there. So there are, pine forests, there are waterfalls, and like the town is built all on slopes, so your calves are getting a hell of a workout. This is your first day here, and it's nice. It's been a calm day, but I think it's time for you to go and have a bit of a chill out session. So you've put yourself into a tavern, not too expensive, not too dodgily cheap, and there's some entertainment on for the evening. Would you be interested?
Let's just skip on that completely. Yeah, we're gonna watch.
Mhm.
Good to know. Good to know. Griffin, I suppose you've been dragged into it with Ida's usual enthusiasm, whether you wanted to or not.
I mean, I wanted to, Griffin wanted to, but he was being a little bit of a sarcastic jerk about it. So
Okay, well, whatever the case, one or both of you settle down at a table in the bar, and this seems to be a sort of regular thing. They have music evenings at this particular location, and there's a sort of expectant hush that falls as the lights lower. And at this point, I think it would be good if you muted your mics, because I do have to play a little bit of audio.
I,
So, just for a little bit. We'll have them back soon, folks. Don't worry, it's not just going to be me tonight. And yes, the lights lower, and the announcer says, what voice did I give them again? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Ladies and everyone, would you please put your flippers, flappers, and paws together for Signorita Swan Song. And this vision appears on the stage. She's of an avian persuasion, wearing a cyan blue glittery dress, and the music starts.
Well, there's nothing worse than knowing that your better life is dead, reaping all the seeds you're sowing without making any bread. There's a bitterness in all the sweet things you'll never taste again, because you never knew how good you had it then. Oh no, you never knew how good you had it. One more day and one more game, living by another name, running out, not out of luck. Someone else can take the buck. You can pay the bill for me. I won't be staying long, you see, because I never felt more like myself than when I wasn't me. One more scam and one more heist. Can't catch me, I stole your bike. Keeping just a nose ahead. Better half alive than dead. I went around the world in 80 days just to be free. Because I never felt more like myself than when I wasn't me. My soul says go back, go back, go back to the place I once belonged. My mind says stay back, stay back, stay back. Cause the plan won't go wrong. A life of winners, no upbringing for when everything is spinning out of any control that you'd had. And now I'm praying every day to stop my good luck going bad. One more life and one more face. Happiness can be replaced. Satisfaction can be bought simply by not being caught. I might not have the people or the love I used to know, but then I've never felt more like myself since I let myself go. My heart says go back, go back, go back to the place I once belonged. My head says stay back, stay back, stay back. Cause it'll only do them harm. A life of winnings, no upbringing for when everything is spinning out of any control that you'd had. And now I'm praying every day to stop my good luck going bad. Cause now I'm praying every day to stop my good luck going bad. You know I'm praying every day to stop my good luck going bad.
And the lights go up. You can come back in now.
So first of all, holy shit, that was amazing. Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I have to give
Wow.
all credit to my friend Daria Dorothea, whose YouTube I will definitely be linking to on this game as well as the YouTube vid. Oh my god, like, Daria went off on the
Yeah.
music. I don't know how she
That was
did
so
that.
good, holy cow.
Oh wow. So yeah, there you go. You just had a little bit of free entertainment with your lodgings. Whew, God, I was so nervous.
Yeah, no,
that
needless to
wasn't
say,
gonna
Ida is like jumps up out of her seat and is like applauding wildly for that. Like, woo! That was so cool.
work. The swan blows you a kiss, and it flutters
Aw.
across the room and lands on your cheek.
Aw. Ida blushes a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if Griffin is into jazz.
He actually, I think he is. He very much appreciates a good bit of theater, and that was, I think.
Oh, shucks. Well, now I'm blushing. Okay, and then there's another song or two. I didn't write them, so you'll just have to imagine. And then it becomes a bit of a party, and the swan leaves with an entourage. But you guys are very tired, so I, as the powerful, all-seeing DM for this game, say that you go to bed, because otherwise things would be awkward. So you have a wonderful sleep on mattresses that aren't too lumpy. You get the impression that, like, this place is average. You know, it's not super cushy. It's trying to make itself look more suave and suave than it actually is, because it was, like, definitely a tavern, and then this whole jazzy casino night scene has evolved. So they've kind of tried to keep up with the times. But it's like, it's an average B&B. It's okay. Okay, and yeah, the next day it is a fine, clear morning. The soft calls of wild birds and the bustle of the Main Street market drift into your ears through the open window. Important question: what do you both have for breakfast? I'm lying. It's not an important question. I just like character flavor. The rest of the campaign will not hinge on whether you had cereal or toast.
I think Griffin had like toast with maybe a side of eggs. I think just something like that.
Ah.
They might have some like sausages with her breakfast or something. She likes meat, so
Yes, there's my girl.
yeah.
Gonna have some burgers while we're at.
I was gonna say they have burgers for breakfast.
You may. I mean, heck, why not? Have some steamed hams. The finest steamed hams money can buy. Okay. So yeah, you probably have your breakfast, and I mean, it's your second day. What would you do on your like first proper day in a town that you've never been to before?
They probably go check out the temple. If Ida's there for like spiritual training, she might want to like check in with the people at the temple. So
Okay, you decide to make the hike up to the temple, and I will just have to sweat a moment while I find the photographs. Hopefully this will be less clunky in the visual when I'm... Oh god, where did I put the bugger? So, okay, yeah, you head up the stairs that are quite steep. There's a bit of a steep walk up to this temple. I would both like you both to make, consequently, an athletics roll, because we are playing D&D. Let's see how
All right.
badly this happens.
athletics.
Come on, Griffin, you bike to work every day. You can do this.
Did you skip leg day?
Mm.
This is where the truth comes out. Oh, 17.
Nice.
He does all right.
He's in the wrong body.
It's all right. Oh, not so great.
Sounds about right. I figure Ida just like enthusiastically skips up the stairs, and meanwhile Griff.
Yes.
Is just sort of panting in the background, trying to keep up.
Griff, come on, you're so slow. Jeez.
Okay, you slope your way up the slope, and Ida, you get there first, and as you can see, it's a very beautiful, beautiful temple. Too bad you can't get closer to it. There's like this small, rather angry-looking guy in front of you. You think it's a guy? It might be. You have no idea what this is. But there is definitely some "Do Not Cross" police tape in front of where you would have.
Geez, not again.
Again, really? Okay.
Every time we go out somewhere, I swear.
Okay, we gotta figure out who's. We're probably gonna have to end up defending whoever is accused for this, aren't we?
Yeah. I really hope it's not another murder.
Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that. Sailing into the back of your head, there is like a soft whistling sound which precedes Mr. Griffin Left. You are hit squarely in the back of the neck by a loyal paper aeroplane.
Ow! Okay.
Oh, what happened?
He'll take the airplane. He'll say, "Someone threw this at me. What even is this?" You can have a look at it.
Okay, you unfold the paper airplane. These paper airplanes can be purchased from Glorp's Emporium, and they're very handy things that travel by cuts. So you write it and you throw it, and then in a sequence of, like, environmental cuts across the television screen, it arrives at its destination. This one is written thus: "To whomever so finds this note, help! I have been wrongly convicted and I'm being held in the detention center of Huntony Judicial Quarters." That is hard to say. Doesn't actually say that in writing, but I'm saying that. "Awaiting trial. Having been granted one line of communication, I have written this missive and prayed that this paper plane will find someone who is qualified to save me, be they a detective, lawyer, or otherwise. Please be assured I am completely innocent," this is underlined 3 times, "and willing to compensate you for your actions in my defense. Signed, Alibi, Miohn-Rouls."
Yep, it's a request for defense from somebody. Frankly, I do not know how they got a paper airplane here, but okay, they're in a detention center.
That sounds
I mean,
about
are
right.
you? It's up to you. Like, would you just take this?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
I mean, I'd
bless.
at least
It's
check
so
it
nice.
out.
He's gonna see what this guy's like.
Yeah, some kind of alibi of my own rules. Okay. We talked to the detective.
Okay, you. Oh, what? What would you like to do?
Listen, I don't want to walk up. Honestly, I don't want to walk up these stairs again. Can we talk to the detective first?
I was wondering if that might happen. You can absolutely do whatever you like. This is your game. So, yep, there is this creature in front of you, marching up and down officiously. Looks very self-important, even though it's only about half your height.
Griffin's gonna just walk up to him and say, hello. I was wondering if I could ask what happened here. I'm a lawyer, as you can see. I have my badge. It's pinned to my lapel. It's very nice. And I'm involved with the case. Can I ask for some information?
You want in?
I mean, maybe. I was gonna ask what happened first, but
What, on a crime scene? You think you can just walk up and be like, what happened? I'm going to tell you. Like, what's that? Piece of metal? What, badge? Lawyer? Oh, I get it. You're an ambulance chaser. Ugh.
well, no, I'm a lawyer. So this is the crime scene.
So I expect you've got the official documentation saying that you are here on a request of the accused?
Actually, yeah, I've got a request from the accused right here. Don't know how official it is, but it's here.
I mean, it's signed by
Please
him,
roll
so...
persuasion.
Yeah, it is.
Can I give him some guidance on that?
You may. I will say this is going to be very hard.
It's just like a plus D4, so...
Okay.
If I ever add one of these, I'll ask
Make
you
your-
beforehand before I add any of these to his rolls, so...
That is extremely cool of you. Thank you.
Hey.
Oh my god, what?
So I rolled a 27.
Okay. Well, this slightly breaks what I had in mind. Right, fine. Well, I signed myself up for this. Here we go. Yuru-san, and that's what this character is called, looks over the piece of paper and seems sort of bitterly placated by the fact that you actually did have a signed piece of documentation. And he said, well, you better come back later. We're still doing the investigation, see? Don't want you putting your footprints all over the other footprints. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, all right. We'll go back and talk to our client again.
Hey, who said I was done? You asked what happened, didn't you? You not want to know?
I did.
No, you don't want to know. Okay, I'll go.
No,
No, we
I
want to
do-
know.
I
We
do
want
wanna
to know.
know.
Please tell us. Yeah.
Please do tell us,
He-
yes.
He was about to walk away and sort of turns around with a distinctly smug. You get there's a little bit of sadism going on with this this tune. Definitely wants people to be like, oh please. No, he returns. All right. Well, it's only a murder, innit? We never had murder in it, Huntony.
Called it.
Yeah.
You called it?
yeah.
What? You in on it? And suddenly it's very aggressive with the truncheon.
Oh, no, nothing at all.
No, of course not. We're
It
just
this happens a lot with us. Like, just I know it sounds weird, but
completely.
like everywhere we go, there's a murder happens around us.
That's not us. It's never been us. No matter how many times either of us have been accused.
Seriously, I've
Okay,
been
that was-
accused like twice. Like, I was not guilty both times, but it's just wow.
Yeah, same here actually. Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, that D20 minus 1 was a whiz sort of check to see if like this tune can suss you out. If that had gone like even slightly worse, like how sus do you sound right now? But owing to the highly successful persuasion you previously rolled, presumably, Yuru-san seems to be more interested in the sound of their own voice than being concerned about the fact that you two appear to be followed around by murder cases. Well, yeah, I mean, we're a bit up the creek here, because, see, this here temple, don't know if you know anything about this temple, do you?
Yeah, it's got that eye of truthy thing, like fancy gem.
Yeah, all right. I was going to tell you, but all right. Yeah, so it's got this fantastical gem. Not that I've ever seen it. Only monks allowed, you know, that sort of thing. It scuffs the floor. It's got sort of abilities, I guess. Like, you don't have to tell the truth when you're in town, but it's really hard not to. You know, it's like it's got a sort of a zone of truth that just comes out of it. It's something like that. And yeah, so it's kind of hard to commit a murder without sort of lying, innit? So we're trying to figure it out, put it piece to piece together. And I would like you both to make an insight roll.
14.
That's a 14. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Nice.
so I don't know. Ida, maybe you're like too busy trying to look over the top of this guy to like get a better
Come
look.
on, I
or
want to
maybe
see.
yeah, you're like too impatient to get to the meat. Left, you're like actually paying attention to the guy as well as the settings, and you've noticed this is the only cop. This is the only policeman on the scene, which is a bit unusual. And you sort of get the impression that, you know, maybe there's like one other person down there looking at the crime scene. They don't have a big police force here because the eye of truth prevents people from committing crimes ordinarily. Yeah, it kind of puts them off. So they're a bit, you know, they're in a bit deep for all this person gave you a hard time when you appeared. So you may have, you know, that may have repercussions in the case. But outside of that, he's kind of like, he's starting to flounder. He's like, well, you know, the rest of the information is confidential and I should not be giving it to the defense when I am collaborating with the prosecutor. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So that's enough from you. When you're out in, don't call us, we'll call you, all right?
Sure. Just out of curiosity, who is the prosecutor on this case?
Oh, that'd be Prosecutor Jazz, yeah. I mean, you may have noticed we've got a bit of a jazz theme going on in our town. But it's a Hugh Jazz, Prosecutor Hugh Jazz.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
What,
Thank
you
you for your
just
time.
want the name? You want anything else about him? I don't know.
I mean, if you want to tell us, sure.
Oh, I was sort of hoping you would know who he was. And he, again, twirls the
out of
truncheon
town.
in a slightly defeated way.
We're from out of town.
Well, again, we haven't really had we've had a trial here once or twice, but the thing is, the accused or whoever done it usually just come and confess, so it's usually pretty short. We haven't really needed a prosecutor or defense, but what with the eye of truth being, oh, well, that's confidential. All right, out of here. Out you go. Shoot.
Now, hold on. Is the eye of truth missing?
No, I've said more than I'm supposed to say already. Get down those stairs. The detention center is straight south, and then you take a right, and then you take another right, and then you take a left, and then you go over the bridge, and then you take another left, and it goes on. It goes on for a while, but he's pushing you away the whole time that this is happening, and eventually you find yourself away from the temple and heading back down the stairs, because that's all the information I'm going to give you.
All right, fair enough.
You know, I was really looking forward to a trial where the witnesses couldn't lie to us. Sounds like they're going to be able to, though.
It can never be that easy, huh, Griff?
Yeah. Anyway, let's go try and meet this Miohn-Rouls guy.
Yeah.
Okay, roll survival. Let's see if you make it there with these very complicated instructions.
Right.
Oh,
What's your mod
good.
for that? Because if it's good, then I might just add guidance to your roll.
Survival. Let me see. Where? Oh, no, that's a... Oh, yeah, I'm a bard, so it's not 0. It's not -1. It's just 0.
I actually have a +3, so maybe I should just give guidance to myself.
Yeah,
I
do
love
that.
Left's a bard. It's so perfect. Okay, 14. Oh,
I don't even need the
That's a good
guidance.
roll.
I think I got that one.
no, you don't. You're fine. If you did anybody, you just like teleport there, basically. Yeah, you actually,
Transition.
yeah. I think how this transpires with a 14 and a 21. So Griffin, you're a very law-abiding citizen, so you try and follow the instructions, but there were so many, and it was so complicated, and he was talking very fast, and you wanted to get in. So like you get lost pretty quickly. Ida, you just kind of follow your guts. Like, you remember parts of what this, but you are also like, oh, look at that shiny shop over there, and oh, a fountain, and oh, a bookstore. And eventually,
Absolutely.
you sort of ping-pong your way to the detention center, and you just kind of accidentally find your way there.
Hey, Griff, I told you I'd find our way there.
Oh, wow, you actually did. Good job.
Okay, are you gonna enter?
Yeah, head in.
Okay. You enter and, I presume, explain yourself, and you are shown to the interview room. And on the other side of some very sturdy-looking glass, there's this Toon, who appears to be a fox wearing a purple coat, and he's just kind of chilling. He's just kind of sitting in the chair and opens an eye when you come in and says, "Oh, finally."
Hello, are you Mr. Miohn-Rouls?
I might be. I am.
Great.
Let's make this easier. I definitely am. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got your request for defense. I'm a lawyer, as you might be able to tell from my badge. And I
Alibi leans forwards and squints at it and sort of says, "Oh, it's a bit small, isn't it? Sort of tacky." Well,
it's
it can't be
not
choosers,
tacky.
I
It's
suppose.
the lawyer's badge.
I mean, Ruby,
Never mind.
well, it's your choice. Well, your profession of choice, I suppose. You're not at fault for designing the thing, I'm sure. And you don't particularly strike me as a lawyerly type. He's talking to Ida.
Well, I'm more like a legal aid and a spirit medium. I'm Ida Sliff. Nice to meet you.
I would like you to roll insight again.
Insight. Right.
Yep.
It's a 10.
Oh, nope.
There you go.
Aha. Okay, again, Ida, you're kind of interested in the place, and you've just met this person, so whatever. With the 17 left, again, you just have a good read on people. Isn't that a surprise with who you are? And while this fox has been rather dismissive of you, there is a sort of undertow of interest. Like, he expected you to be here, but there's clearly a sort of like an unnatural tension where like he's pretending to be at ease, but he's really not. But when Ida said that she was a spirit medium, there is some genuine interest. Like, he looks interested. That's what she does.
Huh. Yeah. So we were hoping you could tell us a little bit more about who you are accused of murdering. So that we could.
Smooth, really smooth. Well, it's a tragic tale, one which I can't give you all the details on. But so it appears I have to give you only what I have, because of course I wasn't there, I didn't do it, so I have been told that a monk, I don't know what status, has been killed in the temple. They don't know what with. I mean, I wasn't told because they assumed I'd done it, so they assumed that I knew, which of course I don't because it wasn't me. Anyway, and it seems like that Eye of Truth thingy's got stolen along with it, so that's a bit of a pickle. And as I ironically don't have an alibi, they think I did it.
Well, I guess start from the beginning, maybe? Like, what you were doing, I said, last night, and before you got arrested.
And you hear a familiar sound left. It is a sort of clinking of chains. And three strange bluish-coloured locks appear hovering in the air. I don't know if Ida can see these, because this
I
is
think
kind
they
of...
both have, because he has the Monogama,
Oh.
but I feel like she would too, so...
Okay, you can both
Yeah,
see
totally.
these. Would you like to explain what this phenomenon is?
You want to do it, or should I?
You could. Do you want to do it? I can do it if you want. Either way.
You can do it, yeah, sure.
Okay. These are okay. Well, a couple of years ago, Ida's cousin Opal gave me this Magatama. It lets me see secrets that people are hiding, truths they're trying not to reveal, in the form of locks, and with enough evidence and the right line of questioning, I can break those locks and get them to tell me whatever it is they're hiding. And people are... I mean, 3 is not the worst. I've had worse. This isn't that bad, but it is always annoying when it's the client. Yeah, that's about the shape of it.
Yes, annoying is going to be a word that you come to affiliate with this client, I'm sure. He tugs at his scarf, completely unaware that you can see this phenomena, and says, well, here's the thing. I can't tell you what that alibi is. What I was doing, is difficult to describe. And at this point, I shall break character because basically this is the first game. This is your tutorial level. And whilst you, as the players, may have a pretty good idea what he was doing, he's basically recovering his aloof nature and says, well, you see, while my paper airplane has clearly found you, and there may be some promise to this collaboration, the problem is, as you may have noticed with my present circumstance, my luck is a little bit unusually on the blink, shall we say, and not that I blame the good lady Fortuna, Lady Luck herself, for that. There's an awful lot of odd things going on around lately, which could be affecting it. Yes, so consider this a test. If you can figure out, nay, prove what I was doing, then I will definitely accept your defense, and trust me, it will be worth it. In terms of good faith, the guard took it. Guard, could you give him that thing that you took off me? I mean, it's not like I can use it, so you might as well. And the guard walks over and gives you a thing. It is a thing. It's a small stone. It seems to be made out of some sort of sparkly blue sort of stone, and it's got a small hole in the center of it. He says, well, just consider this as sort of prepayment, and maybe if you do really well, I'll let you keep it. It's really worth something. It will help you to see what you're missing.
Ooh, more magic rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Griffin definitely perked up at the mention that this guy does seem to intend to pay them, which is not always the case with their clients. So
yes, we may be breaking the pattern by actually having these guys get paid in the end. My goodness. So, I mean, you can roll investigation on this thing if you want to see if you can glean anything else about it. It doesn't appear that he is going to tell you much more about it.
All right.
Ouch.
Nope.
Hopefully I'll do a little bit better.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice.
I mean, Samaranth, baby, please, you've got to tell me what happens with left with a 1. What happened there?
Drop it for a moment.
Yeah. I think he just sort of goes to look at it, goes to see if putting his finger in it does anything, gets his finger stuck, tries to pull it off. And
He doesn't help him pull it off.
And pulls it for a while, but accidentally throws it when it finally comes off. Maybe Ida catches it.
Yeah.
But
scrambles it with it for a moment, then catches it.
There's a sort of slow, incredulous shake of the head from Alibi. It's like, no, that's not okay. It will help guide you in the right places. And with an 18, sorry, Ida, because you rolled really good. You have a look at it, and you're more in tune with these kind of things. You know this is a sort of magical artifact. You're not quite sure what it does, because you feel like this is, like he said, something that will activate when there is a potential for it to help you. Like right now, it's not going to be able to do anything for you. With an 18, I can also tell you that you think it is made out of celestite.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah, it's shiny. It's very pretty. It's it's got a nice heft to it. You want to just hold it in the palm of your hand. It's one of those kind of stones.
Yeah, no, Ida likes the shiny rock very much.
At this point, the guard coughs officiously and taps his watch, indicating that you're nearly out of time. So if you have any final questions, this is the moment for those.
Okay, just to get this out of the way, because this is working. Can you please tell me if you did it? Just tell me you did not do this. Just for my own.
Alibi looks you square in the eyes and says, I did not kill anybody, and I did not steal anything. And there are no spirit locks. Okay,
that's great news. Okay.
All right.
In that case, we're gonna do what we can to help you, Mr. Miohn-Rouls. So trust us.
Okay, well, go on. Shu, solve the mystery of me, and then maybe we'll talk again later. Good luck. And you are seen out by the guard.
Geez, that guy had kind of an attitude, huh?
Yep, but paying client's a paying client, and he does seem innocent, so we should do our best.
Money is a great motivator. Yeah. So you have been let loose. Unfortunately, you get the feeling, just the gut instinct from the ether, which is me, saying that you can't go to the crime scene yet. They probably need more time to, secure the evidence and take photographs and stuff. So, where do you think you would go?
What about the tavern? I mean, there were a lot of people staying there. Maybe somebody there witnessed something last night?
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, that makes sense. We should figure out where he was staying at least. That would be helpful to know because he wants us to solve some stupid mystery instead of just telling us things.
Whoever's in charge of the tavern if he stayed there last night.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah, I mean, great idea. You retrace your steps. With the previous roll with Ida, you have no problem doing this, and you find yourself back on the main street, which, as you can see, is everything here is on a slope. It's a bit difficult to get around, and you're probably getting a bit tired. But the building directly on the right is, in fact, your tavern. It is the Wild Goose Tavern.
All right. Let's chase our way over there.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
You enter the room, which I will suddenly find a photograph for. There we go. By the way, all of these are just royalty-free photographs, which I have applied an ugly-ass filter to. So, yeah. As you can see, like, the outside is much more lovingly, without lines, rendered. The inside has a slight outline to it. This is because the owner of the tavern is, in fact, a Toonkind. And she's at the bar right now. This is Sue Barashi.
Oh, she's so cute.
I actually really love her.
Aww.
I will point out that, with these environments, as much as with the original games, which were lampooning, you can, just, indicate a thing, and I will try and describe it to you as a sort of examine option.
Can we click on the picture of the horses just cause?
Absolutely.
I would like to know about the horses.
You investigate the picture of the horses, which appears to have been purchased from, it's not a painting. You initially thought it was one of those really classy ink scroll things, but it turns out it's one of those mass printed versions. It's just like a big poster that's been put in a frame. It is very nice though. And Sue notices you looking at it and says, "Oh yes, well we've got, oh god, that's the other guy's voice. Hang on." And you do a Somerset voice. "Oh shit. I actually worked on her accent and all." Give me a moment.
I believe in you, Mod.
Oh. It's so weird, isn't it? How you just can't remember an accent when you actually need to use it. How strange. Okay, I'm just going to describe what she describes until I can get the voice to come back to me. She says that she was given it by a previous client because they looked after their horse so well. So from this, you understand that there are stables.
Ida is very excited to hear this.
Yeah. Okay.
And she suddenly remembers her voice. So she says, "All right? Is everything all right with you two? Is the room to your liking?"
Yeah, the room's great. We were hoping if we could ask you a question or two, though.
Oh, nobody knows this place better than I do. Go ahead. You can ask me anything you like.
I don't suppose there's anyone staying here by the name of Alibi, Miohn-Rouls.
Oh, you mean him as what's just got arrested, eh? Yes, he's staying in room number 2. And seeing as he's not using it, I was actually going to clear it out this afternoon if you were as interested in moving into it. It's the penthouse.
Wow, fancy.
That's fancy. We're actually his lawyers, and we were hoping if we could take a look at the room before you cleared it out.
You're his lawyers?
Yeah, I've got
sorry.
a badge.
Are you sure that's a good idea, sweetheart?
What do you mean?
Well, usually when you catch someone around here that's done a thing, that's usually them what's done it, innit?
Well, he
He said he didn't do it, so...
Oh, I don't know. I got a feeling about that boy. He's not the sort of person that you trust, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe, but you don't know that. I mean, might be innocent, and somebody's got to defend him.
Maybe. I mean, you did help me out.
How so?
Oh, well, you was in last night, didn't you? Did you see the talent we had on?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
saw,
the singer.
Miss
Yeah,
Swan
well,
Song,
see,
right?
well, we had another one lined up, but she got a sore throat, didn't she? So I was complaining about it, basically, to the wind. And Alibi comes up and says, well, I know someone that can do that. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, she might turn up this afternoon if you're lucky. And there she walks up with her suitcase and everything. Bit of a shy one, mind. Didn't come out of her room much.
So Mr. Miohn-Rouls
Interesting.
knows Miss Swan Song.
We should definitely try
Well,
and
I
talk to her.
assume, unless he's just a big fan.
Is she still here?
Checks the bookings. Well, now you say it, she did come back late last night, but I haven't seen her. You could check in on her, actually. I mean, usually, being his lawyers, I expect you want to get his belongings before the police do, so here's his key, and here's hers. It actually happens to be next door.
Right.
Griffin at this
thank you,
point
Miss
is
Barashi.
Oh, it's no
Yeah,
problem.
thank you very
And, well, you know me, I'm an open book if you've got more questions or need some advice on what to do. I mean, you're tourists. If you need some info on what's good around town, you just come straight to me. I'll look after you proper.
all right. Thank you very much, Miss Brashy.
Okay, take care on the steps. The third one's a bit wonky. And, yeah, sees you off up the stairs. And, yeah, whose room would you like to go and visit first?
I'm thinking Alibis first. How about you?
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Click. You open the room, and this is a nicer room than the ones you've been in. I suspect you've got a slightly smaller domicile, and it's 2 single beds rather than like these ones have a nice king-sized bed all to one person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lovely balcony out of the front. It's it's kind of got this weird semi-real, semi-line art look to it. It's not quite it's a bit ugly, you gotta be honest, and this is partly because the tavern is frequented by so many different people. Usually when an environment has like a particular style of toon living it for a long time, the style imprints on the environment, and that's like kind of why UPA looks like UPA and why Ghibli looks like Ghibli. This kind of looks like I don't know if you've ever seen a Scanner Darkly. It's something like that. It's like it's trying, but it's not quite sure what it is. So yeah, you have unnecessary lines all over the creases, and this is not at all because the filter didn't work well with these photographs. So yep, you've got this room. What would you like to have a look at?
I mean, Griffin's eyes are drawn to probably the stuffed animals on the bed first.
I was gonna say eat it too.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Do you pick up either of them?
Yep, examine.
Okay, you examine the toys. Good choice. One of them appears to be a very nice stuffed plush pink poodle toy. It kind of feels like the sort of toy that you might win at a carnival, but it's like the good one. It's like the big one that you really want to get. And this goose has managed to. I didn't say goose. I meant fox. Fox has got this.
Obviously, he's a
Got this.
fox.
Why would you say goose?
Ooh. It's because we're in the Wild Goose Tavern. That's definitely why I slipped up. Anyway, it's very nice, and it doesn't seem to have any secrets to it. It's just very cute, and perhaps you're a bit surprised that a guy like Alibi would just have toys out like this. It's kind of cute. The smaller one is a little crocheted doll of a small blonde dog in a sort of checkered shirt. It's been made with like extreme loving care. This is definitely a handcrafted little thing. And again, neither of them seem to hold any secrets other than the fact that they're adorable.
It definitely like pats the little poodle toy on the head just because it's soft.
The head of the dog nods up and down in a sort of pleasant fashion. It almost looks like she's sort of happy at the fact that you did that.
Aww.
Can I check? It looks like there's something on the floor leading towards the balcony, some sort of like lines.
Yeah, you have a look out on the balcony if you would like.
Sure.
It's like something on the
Okay.
floor, like there's
I-
scratch marks or something, or is that just like a stylistic
Yeah.
thing?
Unfortunately, that is just shading. However, there is something on the balcony, which is a sort of stool, It's the kind of thing you would sit on and look at the view on the balcony normally, but you imagine that someone as short as Alibi would have a difficult time looking past the top of the balcony if he were to sit down on it. It's a nice view. Again, like the road slopes down and it's very lush and green, and there's the call of high birds in the sky. You notice though when you're on the balcony that the adjacent room also has a balcony.
How close are the
We
two
see any-
balconies?
They're not too close, but like, if you were very daring, one could potentially jump between the two.
Mhm. Does it look like there's a similar stool on the other side?
Would you like to go next door?
Not yet, I guess. That's a good point. Sorry.
It's okay.
Ida stand on
You
top
can.
of the
I mean, I will
stool
say
on
you can
this-
come back to these. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. Sorry, I talked over you. I was gonna say, can Ida like stand on top of the stool to like get a better look over at the other balcony?
Yeah, sure, you can definitely do that. And yep, you can see the balcony from here. In fact, I would like you to make some sort of intelligence or wisdom roll. Just like you could do insight, or you could just do a straight stat roll for this.
Would perception make sense or?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Perception is fine. You're investigating. You can do investigatory things.
Dean.
Aye, there it is. 17.
Hey.
You, with having just like practiced this, and you're not like very tall, but you're not as short as Alibi. You realize that sitting on this stool would be completely redundant for a fox of his height. However, if he were to stand on it, he would be able to not only see over the lip of the balcony, but he might even be able to climb up onto the balcony and could therefore access another balcony via it.
What can you see? I know what's over there.
She squints her eyes and like kind of does that thing where like you put a hand like over your eyes, like you're looking out. Does you see on the other balcony just the other stool, or is there a stool on the other one, or?
You will probably have to go next door to find out the answer to that specific question.
Okay, so she can't see like anything significant on the other balcony from here.
Like I say, it's not very close. Like, you would have to be pretty gutsy to make a jump that far.
Ida considers it for a moment and then thinks better and gets down off the stool.
The
Should
option
I-
was there, though.
Percy Griffin says, "Hey Griff, do you think you could try? Hey Griff, get up on the stool and see if you can jump across."
I don't think that's a good idea. No.
Ida, roll persuasion. Peer pressure. Peer pressure demands. Yes! Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Alright,
that's a
Come on, let's
19.
see.
That's a 19 from Samaranth. I thought that was a
If I
yes.
win this, I swear. Oh,
Oh!
1 point below.
So
That sounds about
close.
right.
Yeah.
She kind of pouts a little, but she's like, "Oh, fine, I guess."
So close. So close. You remain very sensibly inside the room.
All right.
I will point out, like, if you're not seeing things in a picture, you can also roll perception or investigation, and if you do very well, I will point out a thing.
All right.
Can I ask what's in the trash can?
You
Sorry, I
can
didn't
ask
mean to-
what's in the trash can. Everybody loves digging in the trash. Yes. You decide to go for the classic Pokemon move of checking what's in the bin, because we all have to do that after that one game where there was like an Ultra Ball in the bin. And you find a tissue, and it appears to have sort of residue on it. I will have to ask you to roll investigation.
All right.
Oh,
Hey,
Man,
no
you're
way,
doing
this
good
is
rolls
weird.
today.
I don't know how to explain the fact that Ida did the. Oh no, well maybe. So okay, Left. I don't want to make any suppositions about you, but maybe you wear makeup less than Ida does.
Yeah, at least at us not being a theater major. Yes.
I'd say so.
Yeah, you assume the worst when you see the red, and you're like, "Oh, is it blood?" And Ida's like, "No, you dumb fuck, it's lipstick." So there are smears of dark red lipstick and maybe some eyeshadow on there. If you notice on the shelf above it, there is in fact makeup remover.
All right. Well,
Does that mean that Alibi was wearing makeup? It was kind of hard
mean,
to see
yeah,
what
that's-
his face looked like under the hood. So
and maybe he was like dressing up for some sort of night on the town last night or something. He seems to have a decent amount of money if he's staying in this room.
it's true. Yeah.
I really love you guys. This is so cute. Okay, with that, I will say you found pretty much everything in this room. Is there anything else you would like to have a look at?
Ida checks under the bed just because.
Yes, yes, you find a comic book.
Ooh, what kind?
Yeah, it's called Super Snooper. It's kind of like a superhero comic. It's the kind of thing that, there's nothing wrong with reading superhero comics, but for someone like Alibi, who's such a snob, you feel like maybe he doesn't want people to know.
Say Ida gets distracted for a sec, like reading a little bit before Griff has to like snap her out of it and remind her what they're doing.
It's Griffin, someone else. So yeah, we should go check on the other room now, I guess. Yeah, Griffin says after like
Yeah.
a pause, waiting for Ida to stop looking at the comic.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
I mean, we've all been there. Okay, you go next door. And it's very, as with most hotel rooms, it looks basically the same. It's basically exactly the same, but it's been flipped in the opposite direction. These two are like the topmost rooms in this tavern. I mean, it was a bit generous, Sue, describing them as the penthouse suite. This is only like a 3-story tall building, and they're kind of like, they're okay. They're nice rooms, but it's not like super regal or anything.
Do you want to check the balcony first?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
You go and check the balcony, and because you investigated the other one, I don't have to describe the stool or anything. But I'm not even going to make you roll for this because you looked at the other one. You noticed that there are some blue, very thin, very pale blue strands snagged on the balcony, and you suspect that this is hair.
Blue hair, or maybe fur?
Blue fur. Wasn't Signorita's hair was blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on, let me double check.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Good memory, kid.
So it seems like she must have climbed over to cross to Alibi's room for some reason.
That's
I would
weird.
like you to roll insight right now, because if you do badly, this is fun. We're also going to have a break in a little bit. 10, yes, good.
And
Actually, what was my? Oh yeah, my insights too. Yes. Hey.
20.
Nice.
Okay, so naturally, Ida, you immediately suppose that Alibi and Swan are having an affair.
Scandalous.
Very romantic. Left, you come to the slightly less wild supposition that, I mean, slightly, only slightly, is the idea that one or the other, you're not sure which, but from the hair evidence, it was probably her that jumped balconies to Alibi's room, rather than the other way around. I mean, you can see the room as it is. I feel like this is a bit cheeky, so I will ask you both to roll investigation again for this room.
All right.
All right.
He is definitely making a mental note to ask Alibi about her next time they see him. That's a 10.
Mhm.
That's a natural 20.
Wow.
That is a nat 20. I'm so proud of you. Okay, Ida, you're like looking, but you're not really looking. You're imagining the scandalous scene under moonlight of these two lovers.
Sordid affair.
Yeah, and it's terribly exciting. And also you're remembering the comic book and you're like, oh, maybe I could go back and like have that because like he's not going to want that anymore, right? Griffin Left with your nat 20, 25. You realize that this room has something missing that it really ought to have. It doesn't have any luggage. It doesn't have anything. It's like basically untouched.
Now hold on. Miss, so the owner of the inn said that Miss Swansong came with a suitcase. She can't have jumped over to Alibi's room with a suitcase, but the suitcase isn't here. Where could it
If she
be?
passed it to him, could have done that.
Are the balconies close enough?
Do you
for
want to go
that?
back next door?
I mean, yeah, we should go back. Okay, that's a good point. We should. It's probably an Alibi's room. Let's go check out there.
All right, yeah, we'll check for that.
You can always revisit locations, by the way, if you feel like you've missed something. That's
course.
always an option. Okay, you return to the room, and is there anything you would like to look at more closely?
Is there a closet?
There is a closet. You can have a look in the closet.
All right.
Okay, you look in the closet. Surprisingly, Alibi's not in there. No, he already came out of it. He is quite tidy. Like he's got not many clothes. Like yeah, he's got like a spare shirt or so, and they're hung up, but that's about it. And you can't see a suitcase.
No suitcase in here, so where do you think it went?
That's a good question. Did we check under Swan's dog's bed? Like, maybe the suitcase is small enough to fit under there?
I can say you definitely checked under the other bed because you checked in this one. There was nothing under that bed.
Okay, no suitcase. So, is it possible someone's been in here before us and took something, or?
And on that note, we're gonna go to a break.
Dun dun dun.
just to like put a pin in that thought, Samaranth, which was very, very clever of you. Well done. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a 5-minute break. I'm aiming for this game to be like maybe 2, maybe 2.5, but we're basically gonna go as long as it feels natural. And then pick up next time, because I don't know how many parts this whole arc is going to be, but this is definitely tutorial level. We won't get through everything. It's just we're going to have a nice, easy, peaceful time, and y'all are going to solve a murder, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's been really fun so far.
I'm glad. I was not sure how this would work. You guys are very wonderful players, so thank you. And sorry if I ever speak of you. I'm very nervous, and that's why it happens.
You're fine. And again, sorry if I speak over you or anything. Like this has been really good so far.
Okay, right.
Yeah, a third apology because I know I do it sometimes.
Yeah.
You're both very precious, and I love you both. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little stretch and be back in like 3 minutes or so. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
returning across the room. Let's see what the gallery's up to. Boy, oi, oi. Hi. Hi. I'm so tense. My hands. Oh my god.
That's so adorable.
So cute.
Oh, again.
Toonkind games come with such benefits, I swear. Oh, it's so soft. Yeah, it's gonna be I don't know if I can get Fable to edit this video for me, because like otherwise it's gonna take a while, because my hands they don't like editing. But I will put all the art. I will put all the art in, because like it's important for this game, so it may take a while for the vid to come up. Sorry, just drank some water.
It's good. So every time I see Cell's art, I just want to like hug it. Like, I know it's not possible. It just looks so cuddly and like soft.
Soft. So soft. Okay.
Esmod, you're singing. That was so good. Girl, that whole like song sequence was like insanely good.
Anyway, I would. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I feel like I could have done better with the singing, but like I had such a narrow time frame to record that in, because the builders next door are just merciless. They just make such annoying. They've been there for a year. I swear, I'm this close to killing a man. But yeah, it was very hard to find a day where I could record it, and then I was like, okay, I've got to do it today or I won't have any opportunities. So then I was like stressed, and I was like, yeah, the background track was by Daria, who is a wonderful friend of mine, who is a superb cellist, professional cellist, and I was like, could you help me with a song? And she was like, yeah, I want to collab with you. And I was like, oh my god, what? Because I was going to pay her, and it was just like, no, buddy art project. I was like, what?
Dang.
So thank you, Daria. Amazing job. Just outstanding.
Yeah, thank you, Daria.
Thank you, Daria.
Credit to her YouTube and Patreon is in the soundtrack YouTube, but I will also put it on this this YouTube, this game, so you can go and support my good clever friend. How are we all doing?
I'm good. I drink some water. I'm feeling good.
Yay. I'm sorry I keep
Same
not
here.
getting Sue's voice. Like, I had it down, and then I did that stupid police voice, and it's like they keep getting smushed together. I'm like, God damn it! You're a son!
You're fine, Maud. Aww.
Aw.
So
Someone's
cute.
gonna kill me with this art. It's so cute.
Ah.
Please one-shotted Dee. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Oh boy.
You just imagine
Sorry,
them
that's
just like smooching into the
creepy voice.
moonlight or something.
OTP? Question mark.
Listen, she's
Oh,
not
right,
nearly
now
as
I've gotta
much of a
figure
shipper
out-
as her cousin, but hanging around Opal enough, it
That's
rubs off
true.
on her.
Opal is a big shipper. Mm-hmm.
Big
Definitely.
time.
Now, if I can just remember how to talk in a Somerset sort of voice, then I might be able to talk like she's supposed to in the second half. But I'll probably forget and end up doing the other one that I was doing. Anyway, okay. How we doing? Are we all good? You got water? You got calories of some description?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Cool.
So am I.
I'm just gonna eat a bit of cookie.
Mhm.
Nom, nom. Cookie eating ASMR. Sorry, I am tired. Today has been a long day.
Mhm.
But this is good. I am enjoying this. I hope you guys are.
Mhm.
Oh, I've had this game in my head for like a solid year.
I mean, yeah, like I can't even remember like
time though.
because you contacted us about this like a really long time ago. So
Yeah.
A really long time ago.
yeah,
Oh,
it's been worth the wait.
so yeah,
though.
I've had that song stuck in my head for a long, long time.
Oh, dang.
All right. Part 2, intermission over. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so you have just deduced the scandalous maybe that there was a suitcase and there is no longer a suitcase, so someone else may have taken the suitcase.
So, the owner gave us the keys to this room. Presumably, Swan Song has her own key, and so does Alibi. Although they might have taken off him at the detention center, but who else could have had access to these rooms? We should probably ask the owner, I guess.
Yeah, didn't look like there were any signs of a break-in, right? Like the lock on the door.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I mean, I will point out something that is true for both rooms if you look at it.
Oh, it's the balcony doors are open.
Do you notice anything?
Is that
That's
it?
true. They were left open too.
If
So, I guess someone
when you looked over the balcony, you did notice over the balcony, like, you're quite a way up. Like, you know, for all it's only a small building, this is still the top floor. There aren't any convenient vines growing up. There aren't any other buildings that are taller overlooking it. Like, it seems fairly inaccessible from, you know, a normal mortal being's point of view.
Well,
I was gonna say, what about the roof? Like how like high up is the like edge of the roof?
Well, I've got this down as being a 3-story building, but I know for Americans sometimes that's 4 stories. It's very confusing. It's up
Right.
there though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering like if somebody could have like I don't know come like rappelled down on the rope from the roof or something.
Oh, from the roof. Oh, you're clever. Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
look at the roof. You think that's a possibility, but then you would have to get up to the roof somehow, and it's like a fairly straight-sided building.
We do live in a universe where there are people who can fly, though, don't we?
That is true.
We do.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
do you think they better come down to the roof, Ida?
Maybe like I don't know if there's roof access, like a stairway that leads up to the roof, or if they could hop across rooftops or something. But if they had a rope, maybe they could have rappelled down from the balcony. I don't know why they would do that though. Aside from like stealing the suitcase.
There's someone who knows about the layout of the building who you could ask questions to, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say our next step would be asking her about that.
You mean you don't think Griffin should try and climb up to the roof? No. Anyway.
I'm not going to stop you. Would you like to try?
No, I'm
I
joking.
mean, Ida's down for it if he wants to try it. She'll encourage
Yeah,
this.
sure. You want to try and roll acrobatics for me at disadvantage?
Yeah, you know what? He would. Can I roll athletics?
Oh yeah, sure. I thought that Ida was doing it, but sure, like whichever
Oh.
one of
No, no,
you.
you didn't. No, you don't want Griffin to do it. She's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
All
But it
right.
is
We'll give him a
roll
guidance though,
outbreak.
like if that'll help.
All right. First roll. Ooh, first roll's not bad. Second roll's
Hey,
not
not
bad.
bad.
Hey, well done. It is amazingly
20.
not a complete disaster, and especially with that 3. You use the little stepping stool to balance on the edge of the balcony, and anyone who's watching this is just like, is he gonna beef it? I could tell him that this is a bad idea, but I'm just gonna watch. Like, you actually get a few people in the high street, like, below watching you, just because it's like Harold Lloyd in Safety Last. And you manage to get your fingers gripped into the gutter, and you feel like it might give, but it doesn't, just for long enough for you to scramble up onto this very diagonal roof. I mean, if you're familiar with, like, the Japanese style of roof, they kind of tilt up at the corners a bit. And this is apparently, according to someone who told me this, is to sort of propel evil spirits back up towards the sky. And this kind of saves your ass because you can get your foot up onto this corner piece and you manage to scurry up onto the roof. What you realize in doing this, however, is that it's kind of like it's possible that you could rappel down. But if you look at the street view, like, there's a bit of an overhang. It would be pretty ungainly, and you're looking at the top of this roof, and there's a chimney, but it's really thin. It's like, this is a warm place. They don't often have to light fires to keep the building warm. So this is just, like, from the kitchen to get rid of fumes and stuff. It doesn't look like it would hold much weight. Like, you'd have to be a very light person if you were going to use that. There also doesn't appear to be any evidence of someone else having been up here. Like, there's moss. There's a bit of moss growing up here, and it doesn't appear to have been disturbed. Apart from you. You now have it all over your hands. Enjoy that. Question, how are you getting back down?
Take his time, look
Good
around, and then
question.
realize that he has to get back down somehow. Hey,
I'm fascinated to know. I didn't expect you to do this.
Do you have like a rope or anything?
Does she have a rope? Let me see. She has a quarterstaff. Does that help?
Yeah, you can hit him down with it.
Okay. I didn't really think about how I was going to be getting back down.
Do you have any spells that could help you? I don't know. I'm just
Looking for those.
I mean, I could just jump off. I have Featherfall.
There you go.
Just in case I need to jump off any bridges or anything.
Could happen. You never know. Okay, do you just yeet yourself off the roof and float down?
Let's see if I have anything else that would work better. No, yeah, I'm just gonna Featherfall down. When Griffin casts spells, it doesn't necessarily really look like he's casting a spell. Like, he doesn't actually fall slower. It's just he's weirdly undamaged when he hits the ground, I think.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, you do that, and the crowd that had gathered, wondering if you were like performing some sort of, advertisement for the tavern. I just kind of like, hooray! What?
Can I make a performance check to see if I can sell it?
Roll persuasion, I guess.
No, I can roll persuasion performance either way. I mean, persuasion's better because I have expertise.
I feel like
Dang.
it's persuasion. Oh wow, you are the king of bullshitting with a 26. They absolutely like.
That is what Griffin is.
Yeah, you're just a real estate agent who was investigating whether the roof was in good nick. This is a completely ordinary way of doing it. They just believe you and continue on their way, and nothing more is said about the matter.
Okay. How's it going up there, Ida?
Yeah, she's still on the balcony.
Yeah,
you can hear each other. It's not that far.
Yeah, no, Ida got Ida's still on the balcony, and Griff climbed up and then climbed back down. So she's just been watching this whole thing, just absolutely delighted that he actually went and did this.
Actually, you know what? It was so spectacularly chaotic that you did that. I want to give Samaranth an inspiration point. Please have that for your
Hey.
chaotic dumbassery. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Okay, well that unexpected little adventure happened. What would you like to do now?
I believe we're gonna go talk to Miss Barashi again.
Okay, she's exactly where she was before. She's behind the bar.
All right.
Uh,
Hi again. We got a couple more things you want to ask.
Oh well, all right. I'll answer what I can.
All right. So first off, we were gonna ask, was it about the layout of the building? That's right. One, or like the general
What about
layout
the
of the building. So.
Oh, right. Well, I haven't got a map or anything convenient like a normal person who would run a game would draw, because that would be sensible, wouldn't it? But what I can tell you is that this is the main floor. We've got a basement what I keep supplies in, but no one goes down there but me and the culinary staff. I can tell you that no one's really been down there since this morning, making breakfast. And there's a second floor. You're on that. So you know all about that. That's where we keep our average rooms. I think they're comfortable enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think it was pretty comfy.
yes,
She
very
looks
nice.
pleased. Looks pleased in like, you know, a Ghibli mom smile kind of thing. Like she was
Aw.
giving you an eye, like a sort of, you'd better be nice to me, but you were. So she's sort of, yay, please. Oh, you two are just sweet, aren't you? And then above that, then that's well, I don't want to say your rooms ain't nice, but that's where the nice rooms is. I've got a room on that floor, and they're really good. And then above that, that's the penthouse. So you've seen those. That's just the two rooms up there, and there's the roof. I mean, there's a sort of there's a ladder with a hatch, but you know you can get up there if you can fly, I suppose.
Yes,
There's
that's
only the
the
two
only way someone.
There's only the two rooms in the penthouse then. That's good to know.
Yep, there's only those two up there, and there's the storage cupboard, but I can't imagine that would be useful for anything other than keeping towels in. And it really isn't. I don't even know why I mentioned that, because now you're going to think there's something up with the storage
Yeah, I was
closet.
about
There
to say,
isn't.
like, go
There's
check
just a
it out,
laundry
but,
room, and I was just like, why did you even fucking know? And so yeah,
I
there's
got
just those two rooms up there. I was thinking, what
I
else do
gotcha.
you usually have in a hotel? I was like, oh yeah, towels. Like, why, Mod? This isn't necessary. Stop.
You're fine, Maud.
Close down the law book. So yeah, it's a very generic sort of layout. And then she says, oh, and of course out the back we've got the stables for the horses, like I mentioned before.
No, then we were gonna ask you about the room keys too, like access to the rooms.
Oh well, no one can have the room key unless they own it, obviously, unless it's me. I've got a master key, obviously. Got to be able to tidy the rooms and all. I have to say that Alibi is a rather tidy individual. Couldn't find much around his room. Not that I'm looking, mind, but you know, you notice when people leave things laying around. Seems mighty careful.
Careful not to leave stuff behind then.
Yeah.
And one other thing, so we checked out Miss Swansong's room, and the weird thing was we didn't see any luggage in there. We're kind of worried that it might have gotten stolen or
really?
something.
Well,
yeah, I don't think there was luggage
wasn't
in.
any chance of someone. Oh, sorry, you were saying something.
Oh,
Go,
sorry.
Sam.
Actually, I don't think there was any luggage in Alibi's room either, was there?
There are a few like shirts and stuff, but like not like a suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh, now that is strange. I actually noticed that because, you know, being working in hotels, you tend to notice luggage. It's important to keep a track of it sometimes. And I happened to notice that the lady Swansong happened to have the exact same kind of suitcase as that fox gentleman. I thought maybe that's because they bought them at the same place, because they seem to know each other, or at least he said about her, so I supposed they knew her. But it's a bit unusual to just happen to have the same sort of suitcase.
I'm gonna log that in the court record.
Then again, I suppose I never saw them in the same room at the same time. Nah, there's nothing in that. Anyway, was there anything else you wanted to know about?
I think that was everything, right?
Yeah, that was everything. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
No problem. I mean, you sure you want to be defended? I mean, there's so many nice things in town that you could be doing. I mean, there's the casino, there's the shrine, the shops. Are you sure you don't want to overlook one of them? I mean, it seems like a bit of a lost cause for me.
Well, I specialize in those.
She gives you a very puzzled look at this.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
Miss Barashi, I don't know if she want to roll for her or something, but she can roll insight on Ida when she says that whole lost cause thing.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to do that. She's actually rather good at insight.
Oh no!
An 8 though. Wow, what
Yeah.
a dunker. She blinks sort of in a sort of, well, if you're going to pour water on hot rocks, it's your decision, not mine. So like, yeah, she's just
So
going to leave
she
you
does
to.
not notice Ida kind of unconsciously gripping her arm when she mentions the lost cause thing and looking kind of sad for like a split second. She does not notice that.
Aw,
Yeah.
aw, oh my heart. Oh,
Aw.
big anime tears time for me.
Aw.
Yeah. So there you go. You've got some information, and you have if you need a reminder of other locations, because I was trying to just hint at those right at the end there. So
Right.
you've got the stables out back. There's also a casino. There are also shops, and there's a shrine.
I vote the stables.
Okay. I
Close
mean,
by,
that's
so.
very easy.
I mean, sure, they're right here. We might as well.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
If you're cool with that, yeah.
Okay, you go out back, and it's just a very like a standard stable yard with grass and two stables. It appears like, and yeah, in one of them at least you can definitely see an occupant, which is a green Toonkind horse.
Can we go take a closer look at the horse? The green Toonkind one specifically.
You absolutely can. The horse looks like this. You don't know it's called what, but that is what she's called.
Aww.
And this is what she looks like. She's very loosey-goosey tune.
I wonder if this one can talk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Hello? Where's? Okay, I'm gonna guess maybe not then.
Probably not.
Okay.
I would like you to roll animal handling, even though you're not animal handling.
I was gonna say Ida wants to pet the horse, so.
Yes, you may try and pet the horse, but you must roll. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, I
13?
am not proficient.
13. Let's see. Oh, baby! Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So Ida, you're like tentatively, like putting a hand forward to stroke this horse on the nose, and you know the ears are doing the twitch thing. Like she's not very sure, but you can tell like she's not like upset about this. Griffin Left, what do you do that incurs a 1?
I don't
happens,
even
baby?
know.
Do you trip over and like slap her? I don't know how you would manage to do this that
I
badly.
think Griffin trips and just sort of collides into Ida and then into the horse. And well, like
Domino effect.
Ida didn't roll a 1. That's not fair.
I was gonna say maybe he like sneezes really loud and it spooks the horse.
Some calamitous thing happens, and basically this horse is like most displeased about what happened. It was already a little bit suspicious, but bridles and neighs and shies away from the door and actually kicks the back of the stable. And you hear from inside Subarashi saying, "Is everything all right out there?"
Yeah, Griff just spooked one of the horses.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you don't. We've got a good
Sorry.
reputation for our stables.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, Mr. Horse.
Oh, there's stomping and snorting, and you get the impression that this is not a Mr. Horse.
Griff, I think it's a Miss
Okay.
Horse.
Sorry, Miss Horse. I'm just gonna let you handle this one, Ida. You are better at animals than I am.
Right.
And Griffin just sort of backs away slowly.
Right. So
Okay,
does the
Ida,
horse?
would you like to cross-examine the horse?
Yes, she would very much like to cross-examine the horse. I was actually going to say,
Good luck.
does the horse have because I see in the picture there's a saddle. Does the horse have the saddle on right now, or?
The saddle appears to be hooked on support at the back of the room, so that she doesn't have to wear it all the time.
Makes sense. Can Ida roll? I mean, the horse is a bit spooked right now, but can Ida get close to the saddle, in the bags to examine them?
You're gonna have to roll animal handling at disadvantage.
All right. Is it okay if I slap a guidance on that?
I mean, if you wanna, yeah, sure.
If you're cool with it, then all right.
Yeah.
Handling. Is that okay? That's 1 and 2, so that's 11, and then
Yeah,
we
an
add
11.
the D4.
I will say that you managed to get to. Oh yeah, okay.
14
With a
total,
14.
so
A 14, you managed to get to the saddle. Like you've been edging around the horse in a sort of nice horsey
Yeah.
sort of way, and you tentatively reach towards one of the saddlebags, and apparently this is unacceptable. You manage to retrieve one item from the saddlebag before she nips you on the arm, and it's not very painful, but you get the impression that if you stay in here, it's gonna be bad news.
yipe! And she scurries out of the stable.
You retreat. But you do have a leaflet, it looks like. It's sort of a tourist guide, sort of local things that are of interest. And you notice that there is mention, as your friend Subara, she mentioned there are shops, there's a casino, and there's a shrine. The shrine has a circle drawn around it in pencil. If you want to learn more about the shrine, you can either investigate this document or go there and hope that there's someone helpful there that will tell you about stuff.
I guess we could start with, since we have the document, might as well examine that.
You okay?
Is that investigation?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh dear.
I suddenly forgot how to read,
it's-
apparently.
I think even it's not even that. Maybe it's not a very well made leaflet, and it rained, and the ink's run. You can't easily read what information there was. You can basically read the titles because that was bigger font, and that's all you're getting.
Well, I'm not sure if this was Alibi's horse. I mean, they are both tunes. So, but if this was, I guess maybe we should check the shrine out. Whoever this horse belonged to, I guess they wanted to go there. So.
Yes, away from the horse. That's a good idea. I agree.
I will point out, just because there is one other stable in this stable yard.
So we can check that out.
If I
You wanna look?
Griffin will follow Ida if she goes to the other stable. He is still hanging back.
You look into the door, I'm guessing you're hanging back because you're kind of nervous. From where you are, you can't see anything in there.
Oh, okay. Looks like there's not a horse. Griffin's gonna walk up closer and look in.
You stick your head in, lean over, and you can see leaning up against the inside of the door there is a pogo stick.
Who keeps a pogo stick in a stable?
The tunes, baby. Someone just decided to stable that pogo stick. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I guess it counts as a
It
mount.
does, however, seem to be untended.
We're not going to steal the pogo stick, right?
You can if you want to.
I mean, it's not
Ida
evidence, so we
wouldn't.
probably should. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Jay's not here.
Are you going to resist the temptations of a free pogo stick?
We're not going to steal it. And Ida's been arrested like
Aw.
at least twice before. She wants to keep her record clean.
Fair enough. Okay, you leave the tempting pogo stick alone, and I will keep a note of that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now you can proceed. There's nothing else here.
Right. So to the shrine?
To the shrine.
Alright.
To the shrine. With the help of the leaflet, the back of it does have a sort of rudimentary map. You find your way to the shrine, and I will find a picture of it. And it's fairly, as you can see, traditional shrine, and there are a few people around, but not many. What would you like to do?
Well, since it's a shrine, Ida's gonna do the thing where she like stands in front of it. I think it's like clap twice, bow once, and then clap once again.
Mm-hmm. You make a respectful prayer and offering at the shrine, and you feel a sort of bubble of happiness fill up inside you.
Aw. With that done, I guess we start examining. Oh, unless you want to do something first.
No, I was just gonna say start examining. Don't worry.
Yep. Okay, investigation starter. Yeah, how about you roll me investigation then?
Alright. Do.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, this is your specialty, so that makes sense.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
To be fair, there isn't a lot to this place. Like, it is what you see. There's this fancy entryway and the back of the place where sometimes there is someone who will ring a bell and do cool stuff like that. And New Year's, you can, like, get your fortune read. What actually really catches your interest is these stone lanterns at the front. And one of them, this one in the middle that you can see, appears to have some ashes. And when you both notice that with your 22, who has the gift that you were given by Alibi?
I think Ida's holding on to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Ida's holding on to it.
Griffin's not trust with it.
That happy glow that you felt seems to also be emanating from whatever pocket that you put that stone into.
She jigs around in her pocket and pulls out the stone to see what it's doing.
It's slightly glowing. It doesn't seem to be making any noise or moving or particularly telling you what to do, but it's reacting to something in this area.
Well, Alibi said it would help. Maybe there's a clue around here?
Mm-hmm. Just to remind you what it looks like, I'm just going to post it again.
Goodness, can Ida try just like peering through the hole on it?
Yes! There you go.
All right.
There you go. That's my smart cookie. You look through the hole of this stone, and I need to find the relevant picture. Because you see the shrine and everything through it, just like pretty much as it looks exactly now. But there's something ever so slightly different about it.
I see that on the lantern. There's like kind of a little shape there.
Yeah, you look at the little shape there a bit closer, and it transpires that even though it's not there in reality, there are no longer ashes on this stone lantern, but there is a single white feather.
Oh, this is so weird. It's like there's a feather on the lantern. You don't see it. You don't see it though, do you, Griff?
No, there's ashes. But I mean, the magic. Maybe it's showing. Maybe the magic rock is showing something like what happened before the ashes were burned. I mean, maybe
Maybe there was a feather there that got burned up or something.
Maybe. I don't know how this works.
I will say that is an extremely good guess.
I mean, could it be?
There are
this
people around
Swan
you.
Song's
also,
feather?
whatever.
I know
Does
she
it
would
look-
be here. I mean, it's just a white feather, so
Yeah. Huh.
we'll make a note of that in the court record.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. You make note of white feather.
No, we don't see anything else.
The unfortunate truth of this is it's just the unfortunate truth that what you see through the stone is only like you can see it, but like it's not like you can present that in court. It's like that's a
evidence.
very it's not tangible evidence. What you have are ashes.
All right, I should
Right.
make a note of that in my head.
You know to that, yeah. Fell through the stone, but we can't like prove that it was there since.
Yeah.
I want to try something else.
But you do hazily.
Let me double check that I have the spell set up. Yeah. Ida's gonna use detect magic on a shrine to like see if there's any remnants of magic around here.
Interesting idea. Yeah, you can use that. There aren't any traces of like a magic spell having been used per se. It seems that whatever happened to this feather was of natural causes. There is a general sort of hum of spiritual magic around here, as with most places of worship that are to do with the next world. It sort of does have that atmosphere around it, but in terms of specific spells and magic that have been used, nothing.
Can Griffin try something?
Yeah,
Sure.
please do.
Can I ask one of those trees if they saw what happened to the feather?
Absolutely, you can ask the trees. Please ask the trees. I would love you to ask the trees.
All right, Griffin will use speak with plants. He's not just he can't actually do this. To be clear.
Yep. I checked. I've read your character sheets and I love them. By the way.
He's gonna go up to one of the trees and just sort of look around awkwardly and then lean in and say, "So, hi there. My name is Griffin. I'm just wondering if you could help me with something."
Oh, sure. Anything for you, Ducky.
Great.
I don't know what you were expecting.
So there's some ashes on the lantern over there, and my friend there thinks that it used to be a feather. And I was wondering if you were perhaps here when it was burned, maybe. Obviously,
Well, you might say it's rather popular exercise around here. Oh, you see, it's tradition. It's tradition to burn something that is of yourself as a sort of offering. It's a sort of local tradition. People burn all sorts. Some of it smells really nasty, like hair and feathers. Yes, feathers could be. I can't say I was particularly paying attention yesterday. The pollen, it's allergy season, you could probably hear. But yes, there were a few people. There was that fox who came by, and a couple of locals. That very tall priestess with the horns from the temple. Yes, she came too later. Yes, I think that was about it.
Can Ida roll history?
Oh,
sorry. You
one at a time.
Sorry.
No. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Ida can roll like history because like I feel like she'd know a little bit about the temple because like she was going there to do like some spiritual training to like see if she like knows about this person.
Yeah, sure. You can roll history.
History. 15.
15. I will tell you. Yeah, I think 15 is good enough.
Right.
So the temple is a very well established order. It's like been here for a long time. And so it's spoken of amongst other temples, which is why you know that the high priestess here is Ushi Oni. She is very reliable. She's been working in this position for about 25 years. Very respectable individual.
Ida's gonna, when the tall horn figure is brought up, Ida's gonna say, that sounds like Priestess Oni.
Okay,
That might be who it was.
That makes sense. And considering the crime happened at the temple, it'd be good to talk to the priest anyway. But it sounds like Alibi might have come by here too. Okay, that's good. That's all good to know. Thank you. I'm going to end the spell, and
you are spared from any further horrible tree-based puns.
We better just leave her alone.
Terrible.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically all you're going to glean from this area. I will tell you.
No sign of Swan Song, so just Alibi and Priestess Oni. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be her feather because she wasn't here. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Do you need a reminder of the other options that are available? I understand it gets a bit confusing.
it's all right. So we got the casino and the shops you mentioned, and then of course the temple. But I'm guessing that's not available yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that content is yet to be unlocked.
It's all right. So, well, I guess we got some time to kill. Do we want to look around at the shops or the casino? I don't know if there'd be anyone who saw anything around there.
I mean, yeah. Alibi. Let's. Where do you want to go first? We could try the casino. It's possible Alibi went there. He seems like that could be a thing he'd do.
It is entirely possible.
Like, maybe that's how he was able to afford all that fancy room. I mean, he did mention in luck the other day. Maybe he got lucky at the casino.
That's a good point.
Now you're thinking. Okay,
All right.
so yep, I'm gonna speed run this and whisk you away to the casino without getting you lost because we don't have time for that. Yeah, again, this casino looks like it's struggling between deciding whether it's real kind or Toonkind. It just has a lot of both coming through here. And I would like you to make an... this is difficult because it's kind of like a common sense roll rather than insight roll, but do me a favor and roll insight.
Okie dokie. Do.
Oh, baby, you're so good at that. Wow. Okay, left, you're kind of dazzled. It's a casino. It's shiny, there's many noises, there's machines and people wearing expensive clothes, and it's like, it's kind of a sensory overload for you. Ida, you're like, again, you're thinking back on the shrine, you're thinking about the temple. You're wondering what the hell is this deal, because this is a place that is famous for truth and its study of truth in spirituality. And there's a casino? That doesn't seem to jive somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Playing cards must be pretty difficult if you normally people can't lie. I mean, kind of hard to have a poker face or bluff, right?
Oh man, that's the only. Oh man, that's the only way I'm good at poker. Let's see. Man, this is a.
I can introduce a character if you need one.
I'm gonna say there's not a lot to examine right away, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're basically in the entryway. There's all the usual things that you would expect in a casino ahead of you. I couldn't find a royalty-free image of a casino interior. Can you believe it? So whatever, you'll just have to imagine it. And whilst you're sort of hesitating on the threshold of this cathedral of gambling, you have sort of swooshing clack 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 sound behind you of someone in high heels, and you hear, "Hi, howdy, how can I help you?"
Hi. We're here in connection with.
We're here. We're investigating the case. I don't know if you heard. One that happened over at the temple.
Heard me? No, I ain't had nothing but ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you want to play?
Maybe
No.
some other time.
No.
Are you sure? I feel like you're someone who knows a lot about cards. I just have this feeling, you know?
And while this person is talking, their head is, it's an object head character, basically. Their body is mostly sort of like a crayon-style drawing, but the head is actually, you know, if you were imagining like a kind of stop-motion photographic sort of thing going on with a deck of cards, and they're like constantly shuffling their head and occasionally like fanning it out if they're particularly interested or surprised, and cutting if they're not particularly interested in what you're saying.
Out of
Ah.
character, this is a really cool design.
Oh, thank you. I love
Yeah,
Roy.
it is. I don't have. I can't afford that right now. I mean, I'm not bad at cards, but it's not worth it.
You might be able to afford it afterwards. I mean, a lot of our customers do. I mean, gosh, that lady last night nearly cleared me out. But anyway, what am I doing? I haven't even introduced myself. I am Roy L. Flush. So who are you? You're cute. You're new in town, right?
Yeah, I'm Griffin Left. I'm a lawyer. You can see the badge. We're visiting.
A lawyer, huh? And Roy seems a little nervous. Does look, as far as you can tell, at the card. I mean, the badge. Like the topmost card changes to a face card. It's the Queen of Hearts, and gives it a long sort of glance. You assume it's very difficult. There's no face real to go off, and yeah, there's a sort of, there was a big chummy factor, and that's kind of dropped a little bit, having realized that you're a lawyer.
This is Ida, and we're
I had to give a little
you
wave.
said-
Ida, well, you're a cute little thing. You look like you're to do with the temple, right?
Yeah, actually, that's one of the reasons we came here in the first place.
Oh, huh. Well, funny you should say that. Same here. You see, like, you're probably wondering what's the deal, like, with the whole truth and casino, right?
And yeah, I was wondering about that.
Well, it's our biggest draw. See, I can guarantee that every single game that happens here is not fixed. Every result is an honest one, and I am all about honesty.
Well, that's actually kind of smart.
Right?
Interesting.
My ma said it would never work, and I was just like, you just wait, honey, and look who was right.
Looks like this place is pretty popular. Yeah, we wanted to ask if you'd seen a couple of particular someones come through here last night. There is the first one to be a fox with like kind of a purple hood.
A fox. And Roy goes and sort of passes an exchanging of looks with some of the staff. Like, says, using a fox last night? No, nobody? No, okay, no. No, we didn't have a fox in last night, which is unusual. They usually love this place.
I guess it didn't come through here then.
And then the other was this she's a goose. She's blue hair.
Goose or swan?
Yeah, she's a
Oh,
swan.
her.
Sorry, I don't know why I said goose. That's a weird thing to say.
I don't know if she's a swan, but she certainly cooked my goose. My goodness, that girl. I mean, I just said, right, that this place isn't fixed. If I didn't know that myself, I would have sworn that she was cheating. Every single game, she cleared the table. It was ridiculous.
Interesting.
Do you have really long blue hair too?
She certainly did. I mean, I don't like guessing about, cosmetic factors, but if I had to lay a bet, I would bet that that was a wig.
Guess that makes sense. I mean, blue hair isn't. I was gonna say it's not natural, but then with tunes, I don't know.
Oh, I know plenty of people with natural blue hair. That's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure that was a wig.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean,
That's-
each to her own. She looked like a performer, so maybe that's part of the, what do you say, the persona.
Yeah,
been.
she was actually performing at the tavern last night. So yeah.
Nowhere to a lie, I was so suspicious of like her whole thing. I confess, I was like kind of sore about how out of pocket I was, so I didn't stalk. I never stalk, but I did follow a little bit, but just to see where she went afterwards, so like maybe next day I could like talk to her and get back some of that money, because it was quite a lot of money. Anyway, she ended up spending it all in like one night. Oh my god, I know, right? She went into one store and came out without any of the money. I was like, what even?
Did you see which store she went to?
I sure did. It was that one. Have you got a map?
Ida pulls out the little pamphlet they got.
Yeesh. I mean, this has seen some wear and tear, but yeah, if you go down this alley, it's just here. And Roy very helpfully marks it on the map. I would like you both to make an insight on Roy.
There's an 8.
That's a natural 20.
One thing I've noticed,
Hey,
like,
this is amazing.
I find really fun is that like, so many of these rolls, like one of us will fail, the other will succeed. And I just kind of love that. Like,
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I really
get
like
for each
that.
other. It's great.
I'll say like Ida, what is your impression of Roy? Because that's what an 8 is, I guess.
So far she thinks Roy's is a pretty cool person. I mean, a little uncomfortable like when she was getting all chummy with Griff, but otherwise seems pretty neat.
You missed such a juicy tidbit because for all Roy is a very cool person. They really mean all of this. Like Roy, you can tell. I mean Roy, Sam, Left, whoever you are, you can tell. Like Roy isn't bullshitting. Like the whole gimmick about having an honest casino is a really good one. But like yeah, Roy lost a lot of money to this swan. And like that, like there's an undertone of like that was a problem, and yeah, there's a little bit of panic in this sort of description. Also, Roy definitely has a crush on you. I'm sorry.
Aw.
oh,
Like
Griffin is so
when Roy's like leaning
uncomfortable.
over to like mark the pencil mark on the map, like there's a sort of a little bit too close to be like
Yeah.
just a casual sort of gesture. Very interested.
Oh no. Yeah, Griffin's like, I mean, at least to Ida, like Ida noticeably uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like she'd at least pick up on that part. Ida just kind of like casually just like scoots in like, oh well, like just like kind of like not shove Roy away, but like just kind of like settle up next to Griffin like, hey, back off a little, like, hey, well, thanks for marking on our map and thanks for the chat.
Well, I guess it's no problem. Anytime you want to come back, if you get the grabby fingers, if you want to have a little spin on the roulette wheel, just let me know. I would love to serve your party of 2.
All right. Thank you very much. We're
Ida's
gonna
just
go
gonna, like-
check out the shop.
Okay,
gonna, like, kinda
goodbye.
lead
Don't
Griff
be a
away.
stranger. Bye.
There's a lot of waving, like fanning of the head, and it's just like, just as you're leaving, you see Roy sort of turn aside to one of the other staff, like, oh my god, he was so cute, right?
And Griffin's like, thank you, Ida.
No problem. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Roy's a good egg, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
There are a lot. So conveniently, it appears that there's really only one more location for you to really have a good snoop at.
Let's head to that shop.
Okay.
All right.
You head to that shop with the instructions. You don't have to get lost in this town. You're doing everything in the right order. I don't know how you managed to do it, but it's great. And you find the shop. Doesn't seem to be anybody in it right now, but like, yeah, it's kind of one of these open boutique things. It's very like, yeah, like you can see, there's a bit of everything here. It's a kind of haberdashery, antique shop thing. So yeah, you can have a look.
Can I take a look at those masks?
You can
on
roll
the-
investigation if nothing really jumps out at you. Oh yeah,
There's
you
just a
can look
lot
at the
to
masks.
like look at.
It is. It's supposed to be a lot. I was like, they're gonna have a time with this. So yeah, the masks on the left. You probably. I don't feel like I would need to make Ida down. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. My
Perhaps
brain is
Ida,
done.
but we've kind of done both.
Ida.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Interchangeable Ida notices that, these are fairly traditional masks that are often worn at festivals, and they're all kind of fun. There aren't scary masks here. They're wooden carved masks, and it's a tradition to wear them at particular times of year for, celebrating different spiritual holidays.
Is probably gonna like try on one of the masks if she's allowed to.
Oh yes, it's a good suit. It's a good suit for you, suit.
said that.
Oh, that was me. Would you like to buy? And the vendor has turned up.
Oh my
Pops
gosh!
up, rather,
Oh my
from
God.
behind the counter.
It's
As soon as you
him.
put the mask on, the incredible Mr. Hat has made his debut and is here. Seems a little bit janky, does sort of wobble a bit, but he's there. He's a real boy.
Oh, cool. Are you like an automaton or something?
Automaton and a puppet and a person all in one. Yes.
Cool. I like your hat. Looks really, what's the word, gentlemanly?
Oh, it's a magical hat. It's a magical hat indeed. Yes.
It's magic too? Ida's just like completely enthralled by this guy.
Well, it was given to me by my master. If I didn't have it, then, well, I shouldn't tell you. Ha ha ha. But it's a good hat. It's a good hat.
Yeah,
So,
it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, sir. Would you like to make a purchase?
Not right away. First, I was actually hoping to ask you a couple of questions about someone who came and bought something here yesterday.
Well, I do have client confidentiality to consider, but I will do what I can to help the clientele.
Well, I mean, I'm a lawyer. It's to do with a murder investigation, actually. If that changes anything, you can see I have a badge.
The automaton puppet man clunkily leans forwards and almost touches you when looking at your badge, and then retreats. And you almost feel like there's something processing inside this thing, and then there's a sort of recognition. Okay, yes, I can help you with whatever you would like, sir.
Great, man! Everyone here like respects the badge and everything. That's great. Anyway, so, someone came here to us. A lady called Signorita Swansong. She came here with a lot of money, and she apparently spent it all. And I was just curious what she bought.
Checking memory banks. No name giver, but lady with lots of money. Beak.
Long blue hair?
Beak and long blue hair. Confirmative, yes.
Hey, so she did come in here. All right.
Oh, she did. She spent lots and lots of money on one thing.
What
was that?
There seems to be a bit of difficulty with this process.
Refer to sales book.
I would like you to roll perception or investigation. You have to find the sales book.
Okay.
All right.
I'm better at.
Investigation's a little better, so I'll do investigation.
Oh yeah, investigation is a lot better.
11.
Oh, an 11.
11.
Okay, neither
added
of you
guidance
find the
to one of
thing,
us.
but you both get you both get to find something in this picture. So pick another thing, and I'll describe what the hell it is.
Okay, I'll let you go first, Sam.
Okay, I'll look at the let's see. I'll look at the blue thing on to the left. See if that's good stuff.
Oh my gosh. I love that you both failed the roll, and then Sam, you just find the thing. I was like, it's a different color. They'll surely find it. Oh, you clever girl. Okay, yeah, you found the book. It's the only blue thing on display. So, yeah, you pick up this very hefty tome, and you just open it, and you realize this is a list of receipts. However, I can still describe some random shit if you want me to.
I was gonna say Ida was gonna like look at the pig statue or whatever the statue is right next to the book.
Ah, yes, it's a sort of, yes, it could be a pig or a bear or something. You suspect that this is like an old butcher's sign. It's like not very well made. It's actually been sort of used as a table here to balance, they look like those things that you use for steaming buns, like those meat.
Steamer
filled.
baskets.
Yes. And on top of that, there's a sort of very thin breeze block, and then there's this book. So, this bear pig is doing its utmost to keep its living space, but it's not a very attractive thing. You're not sure what it was for or where it came from. The same could be said of many objects in here. In fact, you feel like maybe the Incredible Mr. Hat buys things that he doesn't know what they are because they're interesting.
What about like the little statues on the table, like the little guys?
Oh yeah, the little guys. Yes. Okay. So again, like I just took this from a random picture, so I was like, I don't know what these are. But the little guys, I decided, are sort of little mascots, little god mascots. So they're sort of semi-likenesses of popular deities or fae figures, and you buy one of these and you put it in a special place in your house to look after your house. Anyway, you have found the book, so you flip to the latest page, and it does say sales made last night. The final sale here was made at 9 p.m. and it was of a stone with a hole in the middle of it.
Oh.
Interesting.
In fact,
was just
it
the
says
one-
that it is a seeing stone made of celestite.
Ooh.
Wait. So Miss Swansong bought that, not Alibi.
And
That's
then,
interesting.
I mean, we know that they might have interacted at some point, so maybe she gave it to him?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah, she must have, because
Gave it
he
to
said that
us,
he didn't
so-
steal anything. So
I would like you both to make an insight roll at this point, with advantage, because you've basically found all the clues.
Right.
Can you put the pieces together?
Right, I'll let you go first.
Oh, I think you can. That's a 20 already.
yeah, I'll
Right.
take the 20.
Do you mind just cause? 18.
Okay, after a few wrong turns, especially Ida, you're maybe still interested in this affair idea that you come up with, so you
Yeah.
get distracted a bit. But there's a sort of tick, 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 ping, and both of you get a shared light bulb, and you finally realize that Alibi Miohn-Rouls is in fact one and the same as this swan song singer that you saw on the stage last night.
He was wearing a disguise. Or she was wearing a disguise.
Yes, you don't know which way round it is, it's true.
Guess we'll have to ask,
Okay,
ask
that
for their
makes
pronouns
sense.
when we see him next.
Yes, we should.
Did you find everything to your satisfaction?
Yes, actually,
did
yeah.
actually. Thank you.
Oh, good. Is there anything else that I can help with your inquiries?
Did you notice anything unusual happen last night? I guess. I mean, you wouldn't be near the crime scene, but I just shot in the dark.
Crime scene. Knowledge. Missing. Do not understand.
Guess we would have been up at the temple, so.
Temple. Out of reach. Very hard to get upstairs with wobbly legs.
Aw,
makes
poor
sense.
guy.
He's doing his best, guys.
He is, and we love him for it.
Yes.
He wobbly looks over at what you found in the book and says, would you like to know about the item?
Yes, please.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Seeing stone. Very valuable. Only one in the entire world.
Ida, just kind of, glances down at her pocket and so, looks up, sweating nervously slightly, oh dear, I've been carrying something really valuable this whole time.
Approximate
dear,
value
nearly
of
dropped that
1,000
on the
gold
ground.
pieces. I don't know if you heard that last bit, but approximate value 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh wow. Okay. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
According to legend, has properties that show you things that were but are not.
I'll explain what we saw before
Okay,
then.
that makes sense. Wait. Oh, so if Alibi went to the shrine and burned, and he could have burned the feather because Swansong has feathers, then he's Swansong also.
I guess he's not a fox then.
I
He's
guess
some
not.
kind of bird. Huh.
Okay.
That
Was
explains that,
everything
at
to
least.
your satisfaction?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I
Wonderful, wonderful. Will you make purchase? Will you make purchase? Oh please, oh please. And you suspect he's been programmed to try and make sure someone buys something. You don't have
Honey.
uh,
Also, Ida's just so endeared by this guy. She wants to like buy something just to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the god statues.
It's his
I don't
strongest
know if there'd be one of
quality.
her patron, the Holy Mother. Which, the Holy Mother is her like the god she worships. I don't know if there'd be a statue of that.
Ah, from the little dudes. Sure, yeah, you can make out one that looks uncannily like one of the Holy Mother, faceless and all.
I was about to say, fun fact, that all depictions of the Holy Mother are faceless because it is sacrilegious in her religion to depict the Holy Mother's face.
Guess who
Little fact.
replayed all of the games before writing
Hey.
this?
Yeah, she'll purchase one of those.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I will say it doesn't cost very much. I know you guys have like no money right now, but
This is a
yeah,
starting
these
goal,
are
basically.
fairly.
So
Yeah. I'll say that you basically get it with a song. Like maybe you exchange a charm or something. Like he's very into bartering. This guy.
she'd probably have like a little like a spare prayer bracelet or something with like not like a proper matagama, but it looks like one.
Mm. Oh, he will love that. Yeah. He absolutely takes that and hangs it up with all the other lanterns.
Nice.
Pleasure doing business with you, Shiny.
Thanks for the statue.
It's not a problem. It's my job. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
you too. We should
Okay.
go.
Marvelous. I will say you've found basically everything. Would you like a little break, or would you like to go and talk to Alibi and wrap up this little introductory episode?
I'm okay if we keep going. How you feeling, Sam?
Yeah, I think we could go talk to Alibi. I'd be happy to
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
Let's
You
go.
rewind your steps to the detention center, and once again you are face to face with the slightly less trustworthy than you wish he was looking Alibi, and he says, "Well, you were out for a long time. How long is that? Well, anyway, you're back here now. So, tell me, what did you find out?"
Some interesting things actually.
Yeah. I guess first of all, which name would you prefer to be called by?
So your pronouns.
Yeah.
What? Pronouns, yes. And the locks appear again for a moment, but he sort of seems to recover his aloof attitude. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm just very open about these things. I am quite happy with he, they, she, yes, sie, them. I've not been called those before, but I think I'd quite like to try it, yes."
All right.
Okay. So we found some interesting things. First of all, we found out that Signature Swan Song must have climbed over to your room last night. Well, I mean,
There's
her.
there's a slight trembling of one of the chains. He looks a little bit nervous, but doesn't seem to flutter too much. He's like, "Oh well, that's rather scandalous. She might have stolen something."
Actually, yeah, neither of you had your suitcase, which was weird, but
The interesting thing is that the
Oh,
Right, can I
wait.
go?
what? No, go back. I definitely had a suitcase.
it wasn't in
Well, we
either
can't-
room.
Yeah. The weird part is that the innkeeper.
You see his.
Sorry, can I just say this real quick? Interesting part is the
Of course,
innkeeper
sorry.
said that you and Miss Swansog had identical suitcases. We didn't find a suitcase in either room.
you see his face kind of falter because this is erroneous information. He had expected you to find his suitcase.
Oh.
So that's new. What else did you find? I'm hoping there was things that you found that were actually there and tangible.
Found those stuffed animals and a comic book. Were those yours?
Oh, well, aside from those, well, fine. Anyway, okay, fine. Yes,
And so
and
he seems oddly defensive about this.
makeup blotter in your trash can. It isn't necessarily.
I knew I'd forgotten that. Well, that's. I want to say that's good, but I'm not sure if I ought to. I mean, after all, one could just simply say that I have worn makeup. It doesn't prove anything. I would say that's really rather circumstantial.
Of course not. We also found out that you went to the shrine yesterday. The shrine, we hear it's traditional for you to burn something of yourself, and we think you burned a feather.
No, that's ridiculous. I burned some tail feathers. Yes. I mean, tail fur. Yes. Fur. That's definitely what I said.
That's not what the seeing stone told us, but
I looked through the stone and we saw where the ashes currently are. We saw a feather, like a little white feather.
He looks kind of interested. He's like, oh, so it does work.
But here's the interesting thing about that seeing stone. We found out that this thing is apparently one of a kind. And we went to the shop where it was sold at. We found out that the person who bought it was one Miss Senorita Swansong. It's interesting that you have it.
Well, isn't it? But,
it's the darndest thing, I practically make a living from picking up people's lost jewelry. You wouldn't believe the sort of things that people manage to drop or lose or generally not keep track of. The fact that I ended up with it doesn't mean that she didn't buy it in the first place. Every time you keep bringing something up, like the chains shake, but you haven't actually broken any locks yet, interestingly.
don't really have.
Something else, when we were talking to the innkeeper as well, she mentioned that you that the entertainment for last night canceled, and that apparently you told her that Miss Swansong might be coming into town. So, based on all we found, it seems like you might know her pretty well. Is that true?
oh, well, everyone knows Senorita Swansong. She's famous. The fact that I just happened to know that she was maybe in town, as I said, I'm fairly lucky. That's just a coincidence, really.
Actually, yeah, we did hear that you got very lucky at the casino last night, didn't you?
No, I didn't go to the casino.
Oh man.
Griffin was clearly trying to catch him with that and did not succeed.
It was good. It was a close call.
So who did go to the casino? Do tell me.
Miss Swansong did. Yeah.
So let me put one and one together to make two. Are you insinuating something about me and Miss Swansong?
Yes, we're insinuating that you're the same person.
All of the chains shake, and here's the weird thing. I want you to make an insight roll.
So
I'm going to use
13.
I use lucky
20.
to no, never mind. Gets about it.
Yeah, okay. Griffin, you're kind of confused what's going on here, because usually, the lock's broken by now. This is kind of unusual. You're sure you're presenting the right evidence, but you haven't heard that satisfying ka-ching when you open one. Ida,
Yeah.
you're slightly more versed in these things, and you know about the subtle differences. These locks are still there, and you're starting to understand why. Because he then looks at you with kind of positive interest and asks, "Yeah, but can you prove it?"
Well, I know one possible way to prove it. Do you think you could take off your hood for us?
So close, and yet so far. And all of the locks break, and he sort of puts his palms up and says, "Okay, so here's the thing. Well done. You figured it out. The problem is, you can't tell anybody."
That could get really difficult in court.
Yeah.
I understand that. But the thing is, everything that you've presented to me is circumstantial or coincidence. You can't prove, even if I take my hood off, that I am Swansong.
No, we can't.
Right.
I thought not. He deflates slightly.
Right.
See, the thing is, like, I understood that maybe this would be difficult to prove that I was her, but what I was really hoping is that you don't have to prove that that's who I am. The thing is, if I reveal who I really, really am, which I'm gonna give you a spoiler here, it's neither. I'm neither Alibi or a Swansong. I'm kind of someone else, and it's kind of a big deal. If you get that out, that will cause real problems. I mean, real problems for innocent people, not just me, like people who suppose I am somewhere else. Well, I'm not. And there are people who would do a lot to get rid of the original flavor of me. Let's put it that way. So, the suitcase was gone? Really?
Yeah, we couldn't find any sign of it. We searched all over the room. The rooms in the penthouse.
boy. Yeah, that suitcase had the dress and the wig in it, so that was kind of like maybe that would be solid enough evidence. But if that's gone, I'm in real trouble.
That's the weird part. We talked to the innkeeper, and there should only be the one master key and then the room keys that you would have had. And we checked all around the balcony, and aside from like going between the two rooms, it looks like it would be pretty hard to get down there from the roof, especially without being seen. I mean, Griff tried to climb up onto the roof, and even if it was at night, I feel like people on the street would have seen somebody trying to get in there.
Well, you don't know, like people don't always look up. You might not see something if you weren't expecting it.
It's true. Unless somebody was able to fly
But
up
what do
there.
I know? That I mean, that's not impossible. Actually, that's really not impossible. Anyway, yeah, the god. Okay, we're nearly out of time. So here's the thing. I am definitely hiring you because you managed to figure it out, and also, now that you know about me, I kind of need to keep tabs on you. So, okay, we've got a deal. You're my defense attorneys. I give you full permission to do whatever you have to do, apart from revealing who I am, because really, that would be a bad scene. What you need to do is find out who actually did this.
That's the other thing. Did what? Who got murdered?
And that's where we're gonna leave the first episode, because I think that's the funniest way we could end it. Who got killed, even? We're gonna find out next time.
I think they just said it was like a monk, but they were
Yeah.
pretty unspecific, so.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know. He didn't know. Like, they didn't tell him because they supposed that he knew because he killed him.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, that was great. Give yourself a round of applause, my dudes.
Woo!
You complete the tutorial level of my extremely not particularly D&D based game. And we'll figure out when the next one will be, because yeah, we have several parts yet to go, clearly. And
Yeah.
yeah, next time I will actually let you on the crime scene. Congratulations.
Hey.
Yay.
Yay! Thank you, everybody who's listening as well. I will definitely be reading back over all your delicious comments.
Same.
This was really fun. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun.
This is a really fun one. I love doing like investigation stuff like this. It's like it's part of the reason why I play Leighton in the Bash server. Like, I just love like mystery solving and finding
Yes!
clues.
We lovely. Thank you so much. You girls are so much fun to play with. It's just like every game I've played with Sam and Kit has been a joy. So the fact that I get to play with both of you at the same time is just like, yes.
Thank you for inviting us. Like, you're such an amazing
Thank
DM.
you.
It's always an honor to like get to play with you.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
anyway.
really, really great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for making the time. Have a lovely rest of your day. I think it's probably actually day. It's evening for me.
It's
And
morning
yes,
for us. Yeah.
gonna wrap this up.
That's
This was part 1 of how many of Who Framed Alibi at Miohn-Rouls. Da-da-da. Yay! Okay, goodbye everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.